Hey boys, good evening. Vampirellis reporting in. 9 p.m. Yep, definitely vampire times. We're here with the second Tau game, part 3. We're kind of in the finishing phase. Got like a couple of artifacts going, so it's pretty imbalanced. We're gonna have to check into Steam Workshop if you can disable these artifacts. I don't know why they even not allow you to disable them.
Oh my god! Have you seen that shit?
Turns out the worst thing about Gladius Relics of War are the Relics of War. They just simply can't really make them work. Just turn them off, right? But it's in the game name. Thank you, Joe. Once we finish this game, we might check out battle report with like a Tau army on the YouTube. This should be the one of them there. See how the Tau look like on the tabletop. We have 2 damage artifacts, 1 health artifact, and there's a 3rd one here. So yeah, it's just a stomp right now. Finish cleaning up, extermination. Some enslavers here. Yep, destroy this. Supremacy railgun. Is it really a Supremacy railgun with 4 accuracy? Those are actually gun drones. I don't know where to build the drones. That's on stealth drones. And these are the builder drones. Got the 2 Ghost Skill battlesuit and 1 Crisis battlesuits here. Flamers just destroy infantry. If they survive, the rockets just destroy them as well. Also, like an option in the options that you turn off this automatic naming. Finishing off these hybrids here. Got some battlesuits going. I'm doing pretty good, thanks. How about you? There's another Crisis battlesuits. Recon drones from the Pathfinders. Fire warriors. Get a Carter Fireblade. I feel like keeping the cities at a medium size and just building Carter Fireblades might be the way to go with Tau in a big game. So as you expand the cities, you just build more Fireblades, and the Fireblades through Unity make the cities great. This could be a strategy if you go over 3 cities. You don't usually go over 3 cities in any game with a faction like this, I feel. But if there's like a big game, it's like already on the next stage of difficulty, the game is super imbalanced. So it's hard to say, you know, it's also a randomness depending who your enemies and, you know, how many they are. There's so many factors. I'm enjoying Tau Cyclone. Definitely gonna play them more in the future. I'm a love tanks, love vehicles, and Tau have this thing called the automated repair system, and the tank seems to be pretty good as well. Their heroes don't seem nothing special, but while at the same time bring so much to the faction. We can put this back to a little bit higher. I just wish there was an option to disable the artifacts. They're just so imbalanced. So imbalanced. They don't even fit the game, honestly. This game has aged terribly with the artifacts. Terribly. Of course, I'm talking strictly from the single-player aspect of the things as usual, as we do not really play multiplayer here. Although I wouldn't mind trying this one in multiplayer. There's no command, Stracklen. There's no command. We just get, you know, just a chill game here with Tau versus the Orcs and versus Necrons, and on hard difficulty on a large map. The setting usual, what you'd expect. So basically, has a large map, plenty of room for the other factions, and we steamroll the Necrons, and now we are steamrolling the Orcs. There were a couple of factors included here that went our way to make the steamroll happen. Primarily the artifact and map control. I would have probably had a very hard difficulty as default, but I don't like that units are on rank 3. That tied into a difficulty setting makes no sense to me. So they start with 30 loyalty and then rank 3 units at the same time. So I'm not really up for a chill game, you know, if you're not really familiar with the faction and what to do. And I think we would have done fine on very hard as well. It would just be a less chill game. Probably a much longer game as well. Which is another thing with difficulty. The difficulty also increases the length of the game, makes it grindier. Orcs have gotten these big mechs that actually do very well against us. I think the main enemy of the Tau are the forests, Imperial Ruins, and the Orcs hiding in them with melee attacks. Well, the problem is you can't use a marker light if you don't see it. So if it's a dense cover 2-3 wide, not even marker light will help. You need like indirect fire. I'm not remember if Tau has any units that can fire indirectly. Because you can eliminate the infantry range damage reduction, but you cannot eliminate the city damage reduction or the custom force. I guess range invulnerable damage reduction, I guess this is worded differently. Could work, could not work. Going into like a cover area and then when there are meganobs and killer cans waiting, that's probably is the most problematic thing. Because the Orcs will stomp the Tau in melee. This Hammerhead has taken heavy damage. I guess we could do some repairs. There's an automated repair system, but it needs some it needs more repairs. Someone is trying to recover. I have 2 Hammerhead gunships here. Not gonna help them. I have honestly have no idea what was going on here. They might have been fighting the Necrons and then they split, and then I think the Orcs had a stalemate with Necrons, so the Necrons were pushing on the other side at the same time. This could explain it. Even a small free-for-all is so imbalanced. We had an army rolling and we had 3 artifacts, 1 health, 2 damage. When we started attacking the Orcs. And now we're gonna get 3 damage and 1 health while they have nothing. Doesn't matter what units you have, you win at that point, right? Advanced targeting system assists the vehicle gunner by identifying targets of particular value or danger and plotting the fire planes to counter them. So all our units now receive also... They have so many upgrades for vehicles. It's an advanced targeting system. Increased range accuracy. So all our weapons now have +1 accuracy, which makes the hammer gunship super accurate, really. This shit is so accurate. It makes the Astra Militarum, the main tank, look pretty bad compared to the Hammerhead. Of course, it's not the same vehicle, but this thing is more mobile, and it looks like it's like I guess the feeling would describe it would say more advanced. Heck, looks even makes the Space Marine tanks look bad. And the Space Marine tanks look bad in the first place. So these things are skimmers. Can move over water, ignores the penalties of rivers and waterway, reduces the movement penalty and force in Pale Ruins. Just a superior tank. The downside is it might not have as high armor or high health, but its mobility beats it. The weapons are more advanced and also work a little bit different than the weapons of the Imperium. But I think this is an advantage, not a disadvantage. Vulnerable to anti-air weapons, yes. But to counter the pretty much the schemers and the jetpacks of these guys, they literally have to go full spec on it. And even then, got auto repairs and build rounds. These guys have everything to support their firepower. Can you install this on a Ghost Skill battlesuit? This thing has the most ridiculous weapons I've seen on a single entity of this tier. The Kaiser's battles will just destroy infantry. This is like the numbers feel like off. This is like the same thing with that burst cannon on that base unit. We get a large blast. This is a group of 6 soldiers, 8.2 damage. But the large blasts don't matter when you have advanced Tesla weapons, which this is. This is a more advanced Tesla weapon. And who has then better firepower, the Tau or the Necrons? Because these guys have. This is basically just an advanced Tesla weapon. Just have so many attacks that the blast is trivial on our infantry unit. But still, it's no flamer. So it's in a little bit trouble here. It's expensive, but we have a lot of influence. Now we have 3 damage artifacts and 1 hull projector. So plus 10% damage, plus 10% health. We can't really complain much, you know, cause this guy's actually balance things all the time. I mean, until recently we were complaining about the Void Strike, and the next patch the Void Strike got fixed. And I don't think they actually seen me complain about it, cause you know, I'm just loud on my stream. And the next patch Void Strike got fixed, because the numbers are just off. It's like, don't have to even understand the game. When you see a unit that have 2 weapons and then 1 weapons have numbers that are off compared to 2 weapons, it's just off. It's just the numbers are off. And anything that's off like that has to be fixed, otherwise why does this exist? There was a lot of these things during the course of this game over the years. Like, primary example I would say would be the Marauder Bomber or the Burner Bomber bombing attack. The numbers were off for a while. It's like, it's just they're off, they don't work. And they changed, you know, how this works, and all of a sudden those bombing attacks are good. There's a little bit of risk for these Fire Warriors, but we can accept casualty here if it happens. 5.7 on the rapid fire pulse rifles. So what about the AMP grenades? It doesn't actually work. This is not an anti-armor weapon. This is a anti-vehicle and fortification. So it's not the same, you know, like crack grenade and an EMP grenade. It's not the same. This is the thing about Tau. I feel like they could play defensively until they unlock some more advanced shit. And if you try to go against them and they have deployed fire lines properly, you're just dead. And the fact that build drones are so easily accessible, and early on there's like no downside to just building, because of Utopia. It seems like they have pretty strong advantage from the start. The grenades cost action and movement. So this is an armored monstrous creature. So a crack grenade would destroy this, but an EMP grenade cannot. So this is could be like explain the difference between things, like EMP versus crack, battle cannon versus railgun, and then heavy bolters versus burst cannons. There's similarity in how they're supposed to be used, but they do have their differences in how they deal damage, which makes it better or worse depending who you fight. We need to drive these things. I'm in love with their fortifications. This is like probably one of the most unique units in the game. Yeah. Warboss is pretty much a monstrous creature. So the Supremacist railguns just destroyed. This is not a very accurate rep neither. But I guess it doesn't have to be accurate if it has 2 attacks with ridiculous damage. And accuracy is basically just, you know, a damage modifier. Would be interesting to see how the Tau will perform in a pressure environment. If we play the Tau next time, we'll put them in like a pressure environment, other than a chill game like this. Yeah, getting the advanced targeting system, it's crazy. It's like the technology doesn't seem like anything special. Tier 9 technology should be a strong technology, but you know, you look at it, you just get +1 accuracy on the range weapons. We're talking about a faction that has sole range weapons. So for Tau, this is technology is just, you know, game over, right? If they have the firepower in the field. Definitely some questionable tier 8, tier 9, tier 10 technologies are around races, but this is a very strong technology for the Tau. I feel like their city are probably designed that they maximize the Utopia bonus and Cadre Fireblade's Unity bonus. So you don't only want to go big cities with lots of buildings. But going the other way around would also almost create the same effect. Having a city that's built on influence, that just prints influence, also is a good thing. There's a faction that wants one of every building because they get +1 loyalty from every type of building until they get a second copy of it. But the thing is, you do not have to really build a second building. You can just build these buildings in the other city. And just utilize the Utopia. Which means you can expand, cover more territories, and have very similar cities that are still loyal. As long as you keep pumping Cadre Fireblades. Which are cheap. They just have to get rank 6, right? I mean, when you think about it, the Tau taking over and building all the cities, and then their cities staying loyal just because they have heroes to inspire them, which is basically what Cadre Fireblade is. Can make sense, right? Because of the unity. Ground vehicles are built to damage melee targets. Let's see what this is. Flechette Discharger. I'm already going great. And that city actually did pretty good damage on the tank. I keep forgetting that they have more weapons now, the city units, which is a great thing if you ask me. But the VA on top of that, we nearly lost our first Hammerhead. Heck, Tom. What are the plans of this game? We'll check a battle report with Tau on YouTube, and after that, I'm not sure. Might play another Gladius game. Okay, we clear the corner here. Concealed weapon system, it's a great item to find. I think we need to destroy the city here. This is a precise shot. This hammerhead will get destroyed here if it stays, so we need some repairs. Our build drones got sniped by the Meganobs from behind, so we don't have a active repair unit here. Don't hide jerkin. Don't need it on anybody right now. Our Cutter Fireball is a little bit exposed here, but we build it for toughness. When was the last time I played Tyranids? I don't remember. What are these guys trying to do here? Let me introduce to my friends here. They move this shit around. Yeah, anyway, they used to. Hold on. This is 10 turns. I'll just destroy morale here. They don't also take more damage if they're demoralized. It's funny that most of our casualties this campaign were either expendable scout units or drones. Nice. Drones received the blood blessing. Chaos gods are just scratching their heads. Huh? An AI getting a blood blessing? How does that work? Bloodthirsty drones. They have plans. I mean, look at it like this side. You know, if Game Workshop go nuts one day and they like do an end times for the Warhammer 40k, which is probably never gonna happen. But you know, they might just explain that Tau got destroyed from within. You know, by an AI. The commander. Not that heroes are not really high damage, or this is the most damaging one on the regular weapons. Let's find here. Huh. It's interesting how all the tier 3 items just primarily buff the melee damage. Maybe you're supposed to use the Jokero digital weapon on characters like this. The numbers do look good. They don't have a tier 1 higher tier versions of the Omniscope or the Entropic Locum for some reason. But the Tau heroes do need high jerkin, in my opinion. Especially the Ethereal and the Card of Fireblade. I think it's okay for the commander too. Ethereal and commander could also use the endurance implant, I guess, for the movement. So like a Jokero digital weapon, but I want to try this one. The numbers look good on that one. Hopefully we see at least the broadside battle suits, how they look like. I've totally forgotten. We're not gonna see our top tier units in this game. The Sun Shark Bomber and the Storm Surge. Can you install 2 advanced targeting systems? Ah, you can only one. That would be too gamey, right? Should actually make sense. And I do love when my games make sense. Not like that Rocardon, Albion, and 3 C's around. Nothing. I feel like the best thing for this one to do is to blind that thing. Then we're just gonna keep taking damage here, we can kill it immediately. The foreign grenades made a lot of sense here. Well, we could have actually killed it. I didn't see this one was close. No city in sight. Man, the drones allow you to cover so much ground. Compared to the mobility and the, I guess, logistics of some other factions, this is just not nutty. Because you also get immediately more combatants in the area. Just it's like not like needing to get the stuff from home. As long as the units stay alive, right? Okay, let's move in the artillery towards the city. This one is good where it is. I want to move this one for so we get the rapid fire unlocked. There's a war boss there, another one. This one might be in trouble here. Pretty sure war boss can one-shot our tidal gun rig with a full morale. It's a level 6 as well. They do have 10 VA. This one is fine. Send it to the front. Health is good. This one is repair at least for 2 turns. The auto repairs will keep it up after that. We control like or nearly 90% of them up here. So this one is gonna be over fast. This one off. There's a couple. This one is kind of in harm's way here. Looks like their war boss moved other way there. The big mech. Jink here. Build the drones could repair some of the stuff here. This is a monster creature, not the infantry. Right. Oh, the enslavers are hiding here. Someone might be in a little bit trouble here. Should be fine. Looks like they got a hammerhead down. That Meganops just got recruited. Nothing we can know about that. When they just pop on top of you like that. Hey guys. Meganops defending a city is a little bit problematic. I guess we just keep shooting the city. We'll go down and then we'll clear the rest. Have enough firepower here to ignore everything else. If we kill a couple of units, doesn't matter at this point. Thing needed repairs. But who would have said that Meganops would have just came out of there? There's always a risk. Wow. Rip. Okay. They do have Big Daddy there as well. Oh, the plan doesn't change. We keep nuking the city. But nobody in range here, damn. So looks like this is what their heroes pulled back to. Several heroes here, plus a mega nobs and a Gorknaut. Chair has been cleared. See if there have something left here. There's an artifact here. Could be just a loyalty artifact though. There's no way they didn't make it. This is most like a Siren Caster. Doesn't seem like anything is here. Oh, we do have now this one in range now. Puts him on 2 turns. Could have also used the digital weapon that one and attack that one as well. I do have like 2 or 3 pain boys in this area. So I have to carry about those 2 war bosses. This is not really suited to fight 2 war bosses and Gorknaut at this distance. Powerful cluster reactive charges are attached to the hulls of many Tau vehicles. If the enemy approaches, the cluster fire off vicious clouds of high velocity flechettes. So it's 70% damage reflect against the melee attackers. was the Pemboy there. Can't really move this, you have to open fire on that Gorknaut. Let's see that one. The accurate buff, we use the killing blow. It's 2-turn cooldown. Okay, could have done this again. God damn! Now if it dies, it's totally gonna be my fault. I'm not used to really using this item. It's only for one attack, Lauren, and it's against ranged. Gorknaut is protected by armor more than anything. If this thing died now, it's entirely my fault because I didn't use the digital weapon. It was a free action, I would have moved it out of the way. Got me the broadside battle suits. They have the firepower. They do have the twin-linked heavy rail rifles, but if they move, they lose half the accuracy, right? They're basically the big guns. This is a really nutty thing, because these are infantry, right? Yeah. And they have 3 seeker missiles. Yeah, this is nutty with a Cutter Fireblade. Heck, even the Tyrael. How much do they even cost for food? And the orcs on the run. There are two war bosses, a couple of pain boys. There's a little bit in harm's way here. Help is coming. Gonna try probably pulling out this stuff. This is outpost on low, and there's you can see there's still plenty of outposts on the map, man. This probably should be like default like this. You get 3 damage artifacts and 1 health artifact. This sheet has 11 armor as well. They kind of look like the what I'm called. We nearly killed the Cad of Fireblade there. The Hawoks on steroids. Jetpacks for the win! Got me the Icarus buff here. I can use the digital weapon here. Okay, that's actually massive damage. That's actually massive damage. I guess that's the range attack to go instead of all that melee gear on non-range guys. This must be a Siren caster. Somebody got an experimental procedure. Yep, Siren caster. Plus 2 loyalty per city. So he did the experimental procedure himself. Ah, it's on the weird boy. I don't think he can do it on himself. That burst cannon on the, as part of the arm. That's cool. It's like some Edge of Tomorrow type of stuff. I have enough infantry to operate this. They got killed. Get these little guys out. Have fun shooting me in the city. Shrouded. This thing should be ridiculous toughness inside the city. I think the 2 accuracy is the lowest they can have. This one gets killed by the boss if he's nearby. And we get what? 5 accuracy still. So where the hell did the war boss go? I don't want to meet a war boss in the forest with a tank. Mm-mm-mm. Stealth drones. Should have moved them there. .9 on this one. I guess we'll kill this one that's outside the city. Increase the range of pulse weapons of target allied unit by 1 range. This device emits a powerful induction field that accelerates the charge of pulse weapons, increasing the range. Is this thing they can kill the drones? And the drones are basically just swarming them, so messing up with their targeting. Yeah, there goes the orcs. This is the way. This is the way. Those who could see the truth, the purity of the greater good have joined the Tao. As for the rest, the unconvertible monsters and those who refuse to listen, the broadcast show them kneeling, dead or broken before the Firecast hooves. Man, the orcs are actually doing way better than us and the Necrons. But it's so weird, they've been stuck in a corner with a bunch of infantry. Okay. And no down, he had a couple of orcs around. Storm Surge. Gargantuan creature with phenomenal firepower that is equally lethal in attack and defense. The earth shakes with the approach of the towering KV-128 Storm Surge, mug lifted into battle by modified Manta missile destroyers. Is there a Manta in the game? Manta missile destroyer? These titanic walking tanks serve as mobile strong points with enough firepower to obliterate entire formations of the foe. Once he has the enemy in his sights, the Storm Surge spiral fire stabilizing anchors, locking the enormous ballistic suit to the ground while the gunner diverts all power to its apocalyptic arsenal of weaponry. This is not really like Titan size, this is just a Gargantuan monster, right? This is a monstrous creature. Not even the Gargantuan creature. These things do have ridiculous damage. The Crisis battle suits against the infantry, and these things against single targets. These things have pretty much advanced Tesla weapon. Okay, this is the end of a skirmish. That's how we do it, boys. Map has been controlled 100%, and the enemy is dead. Now let's look on. Let's check on these big boys here. Put it just outside the city here. This was my second game with Tau. I will be playing more Tau in the future. Next time we're gonna put him like in a pressure environment. So this is the Storm Surge. Huge gun. There's a there's a couple of rockets around. More guns at the side. It has a pulse driver cannon. That's the big one, right? Large blast ordnance. It's basically a big ass battle cannon. Big ass battle cannon. Twin Link Smart Missile System. Does not require line of sight. Ignore Scour. Ignore Scour. I would think so. I would think so. Cluster Rocket System. Oh, look at this, just 14 attacks, huh? No problem. No problem. So the Twin Link Smart Missile System, are those in the back? Are those missiles in the back? And this, the Cluster Rocket System is this. These massive rocket pods are programmed to fire. My bad. These massive rocket pods are programmed to fire dozens of drone-assist warheads and optimize saturation patterns, maintaining a rate and density of fire sufficient to destroy entire mobs of orcs or swarms of Tyranid weapons beasts. Explosions carpet the target zone, hurling bodies into the air and atomizing screaming foes by the score. This thing has firepower on top of firepower on top of firepower, but it's not very resilient. I guess it's basically a just massive walking cannon with rockets, right? So I have 2 weapons of 3 range and 2 weapons of 2 range. There is more. There is more. There's a twin-linked air-bursting fragmentation projector. What? Is a barrage on 2 range, ignore scour, large blast. So basically if you try to hide against this thing in the forest, you're just gonna get deleted, right? It looks like it has 48 health. So not very durable. Not very durable. No auto repair, but it can be maintained by the build drones. It has feel no pain though, 33% no pain damage reduction. Okay, that makes it a little bit better. Increases the range attacks of the unit has not moved this turn. Okay, we forgot the most important thing. 3 support systems. Okay, hold on. Oh, 28 attacks. Where do they arm this thing once it fired all the rockets? So if it hasn't moved, it has double the range attacks. What are the systems we can still mount on this? That's the drone controller. Don't care about drone controller. This one, it has a stomp and destroyer missile. Hold on. There's even more weapons. Just hold on. Let me just see something here first. Accuracy of the Overwatch attacks. Moves to cover. Bellows supports to increase the movement and allows unit to ignore enemy zone of control. The Vector Retro Thruster. Haven't even upgraded all of this. And you have the Stimulant Injector, so you can even make it tougher. So it doesn't have very high health or very high armor, but it can get feel no pain reduction. Looks like 50%. So it does look like it can be quite durable. There's even a shield generator as well, so this shit can get quite durability with support systems. Because you want this thing to get close. You kind of like the optimal range is 2 for this thing. "28 attacks there. Even double attacks on the template weapon. You can actually fire the pulse driver cannon twice. Get the fuck out of here. This thing has more firepower than a Baneblade. Okay, it has more firepower than a Baneblade. No, that doesn't have the toughness of Baneblade, but it has more firepower than a Baneblade. reminds me of one of those big ass mech warriors. One of those big ass ones. So the arms has extra guns. So what about the extra attacks? It does have Stomp. And has destroyer missiles. Each Slick Destroyer missile incorporates the AI targeting processor far more advanced than anything used in Seeker missiles. Drawing an extensive real-time targeting data, the Destroyer missile identifies its target primary weak spot, then uses self-guiding micro-rockets to adjust trajectory and ensure direct hit upon the location, tearing its victim apart in a spectacular explosion. This thing has this absolutely crazy level of firepower. And it can build up some toughness, it just doesn't have high health. We just have to have a scenario where this thing is actually useful. It's a tier 10 unit. This is arguably the strongest firepower unit in the game. Okay, boys, Tau game number 2 completed. We'll start a stream and we'll check one of them Warhammer 40k battle reports on YouTube with Tau. See you guys in a few minutes.